Hello my friends, and welcome to my July-August Israel's coming back. Just before I start, I want to let you know there is like still a speed up special. So if you order something, it's not going to last 3 weeks as a regular reading. You're going to get it within a week. Also, if you order rush, you're going to get it within 3 days, not a week, and urgent readings 24 hours. So some of you are really familiar with this reading. These cards here I taken from a different deck, and they're called significators. Significator means, hey, I really want to describe something that is happening over here, but this is not a card that I read. So yes, this front row is going to be identical in all the readings because of that. If you did see this explanation, just jump to the reading. But if you haven't, please listen to it because it's actually really important and it's a part of the reading. So this very first card, the Magician, I picked because it's a number 1. I really want to see how to move forward. In this category, as above, so below, what can be the best that can come out of this relationship? What are the tools that they're given? You know, not everybody is given like sort of like, you know, full house. Some of us really have to deal with what basically we are kind of like handed. So this is going to tell me if this is even a starter, this relationship. Temperance here is purposely reversed because in the upright position, Temperance talks, hey, can I mix these two opposites? So let's say one is really good, one is really bad. Is there a point of making this in the middle if it's not? Generally, really, I want to see which things are pulling this relationship apart. What cannot be glued? What has to be glued in order to move forward? Then Queen of Wands is going to be one significator. It could be you. It doesn't matter if it's a male or female, even though I'm using wands all the time. And not everybody is a fire sign, which usually wands are used for. And the reason why I'm doing this is like when we date, we kind of are very action oriented. We kind of like do for a moment, step in this fire and acting like that. And then we sort of like settle in our own sign. This is going to give me communication between the two of you. What's going on? How is it projected? What could or won't happen? And now the two really important cards would be Judgment, which is one of my chosen karma cards. And I want to see in this category, was this a karmic mate? Was this a karmic soulmate? Because then I would advise you, look, get a karmic reading too, because this is actually part of you and your path. You wanted this person to come here. Usually karmic soulmate or twin flame is like, ouch, relationship, right? And here we're going to see where is this going. Is this going a step further or is it not going a step further? So hopefully this was like not too much of introduction, and let's start. Hello Virgos, let's start your thing. So July and August, because I really want to get a little bit bigger things. It's like at least 6 weeks, so you kind of like can at least have understanding about your summer, at least for those of us in Northern Hemisphere. Oh boy, Virgos, something is really hitting you. This is like my card about my wash machine brain, when we keep kind of like circulating the same thoughts and the same scenarios, not seeing a solution. It doesn't happen often, but like, I mean, you are the sign that needs to kind of ground down. And on one hand, you want to lift and erect the walls. On the other hand, like, you're protecting your heart. It just like looks like no matter where you go, you kind of like feel stuck. Some of you might have anxiety, some of you might have issues sleeping, and this is kind of like even making the problem bigger than it is, because when we don't get the rest, needed rest, then we simply just kind of like almost like immediately we can go to negativity. So right out of the gate, I would tell you guys, you need to kind of find a system that is more regimented. And I know I can talk to Virgo about that because you like to have a structured life, in order to make sure that, you know, you kind of engage your mind with things that are pulling you away from the situation you're trying to resolve. It sounds to me that you're spending lots of time cruising the internet, lots of time trying to find the answers over here, but completely, instead of finding them, you kind of like tangle yourself up even a little bit more. Then again, yeah, there is some kind of decision that needs to be made. It could be equally hard, and neither of these decisions seems to be good or easy to make, and it's kind of like feeling stuck. But it looks like you will make decision just because, kind of like almost like there is like that intersection when things need to be done. Let's see, what else do we have here? The Lover's card is reversed over here. It looks like that this person walked away, and he is offering his, let's say, friendship to some other person over here. Look, here, take my pentacle, I'm such a good guy. And he's turning complete back to you, while maybe he forgot to tell you about all of this. When the Lovers reverses card, and this is the card about choice, and it shouldn't be really called the Lovers. The choice was made to walk away, and there it is, this card where there is like this pain about it, and I really feel that could be you being stuck in a head, in a heart. Why, oh why? We could have had a good life. You know, why are you doing this to me? You know, why people do that? I can even start talking about it, I cannot stop, and then I get agitated because it's such a simple thing. People who do that are, let's just kind of cut to the chase, are losers. Because they're trying to keep one person on the leash until they kind of like hook something else. And since they're not that interested, the person they keep on a leash are basically torturing that person with all kinds of promises. And each time, you know, the leash gets kind of like looser, they tighten it up. So hence this person thinks, oh, actually they really want me, they want the solution. But they looks like they're doing their own thing, and I'm sorry to say, it looks like that kind of happened to you guys. Like I already have 2 6s here. That was somebody who was, you were feeling it's a soulmate. And this is where most people misunderstand that soulmate whole concept, because soulmate is it's not lovey-dovey, we're going to live the rest of our lives together. You might be actually also dealing with somebody who is married, somebody who was kind of like stretched between the two people over here. Has been lots of arguments and debates, and look, this is all relating to you. There are 9s. You're represented with Hermit in tarot. Hermit is number 9, and all the 9s are basically yours. But look at this. Understanding on something over here. And there you are. There is your card. 3 9s. You guys are actually going to be able to kick off this turmoil that you're going through. It might come to the end of, I would say, July, beginning of August. You are simply going to do a very simple thing, and this is why this card of wiseness kind of like is representing you. It's going to come, not going to come as easy. You simply have to start doing things that you enjoy, which are not related to the other people. You see, we see one person over here and say, hey, come to me, I'm already having fun, I really don't need anybody. If you want, join me, right? And it might be your last kind of like vow, kind of like really come to me, I'm expecting you, we can have kind of good life. But I think it's going to start occurring to you that, hey, that should have happened. You need to start focusing on your own self-healing. And if this means literally just like maybe one day having a 5 minutes of engagement just with yourself and not being in this kind of thoughts, so it is. Because it looks like you were fighting for it. And you were just trying to get, some kind of clarity. But the truth is, you just like really didn't know in which kind of direction this is going to go. You're kind of like considering all possible options. You completely don't know what this person is doing over here. Some of you really don't. Because this is my card of ships, friendships, relationships, partnerships. There's like still some kind of level in you that you think this is kind of like possible. For them, they have complete clarity that, they're like kind of happier somewhere else. And it is a kind of different direction where I want to go. Look, this is kind of like bad card when it's upright. So yeah, it is a betrayal when it's upright. It is like somebody having that sneaky kind of like, quality, right? Taking things away from us. When this is reversing, it's kind of like you might even get some apology. Like that kind of like post-mortem, a closure when you sit down and talk to a person and tell you things. But you might also get it on your own, and that's why the Hermit is reversing. The only thing I don't like about it, it kind of like can feel lonely. It can feel like a loss. And that would make me sad because you guys didn't lose anything. This person didn't win. This person doesn't know any of this happening because this individual you're asking about is not going toward you anymore. It's going away, and it had no ifs or buts. But he's also showing up as a knight. And right now this is kind of interesting, right? But knights do not stay. And this is a very sensitive person as well, who I would tell you would not like to harm anybody. And she's like very much emotionally taken with this individual. This could be the partner that you had was also an earth sign. I see lots of earth coming here, and I also see lots of air, to be honest. And it's a lots of promises happening. Now, if you're married to this person, then it can indicate that kind of like this is still here. But I really think he's telling to this person everything. Oh my gosh, I see the next wife in you. And you have no idea. You're still stuck with the problems and everything. So this person is just saying, you know what? I'm just going to leave the problems and go somewhere else. While you're still kind of like debating something. There is like something here, you guys, you don't know. Lots of fire coming. Look at this. Fire, fire, fire. You're going to be accused. This is like looking in the August. Oh boy, there is another 9 over here. But it's getting better right now. I'm just going to tell you. You're going to be accused that you are the one who manipulated him. This person really likes to be a victim. This person is just not a solid person. Because whenever he's coming out as a knight. He just likes to show up. He would like to sleep with you. He likes the benefits, but he doesn't want to be there. He is not your friend, in short. What is this saying here is like, you need to drop this loser. Sorry about using the L word, but whenever somebody does this, they're not benefiting anybody. They're not giving you closure, and there are lies over here, clearly. Like this person is lying about either his family situation or he's lying to this person. This is really, really clear. You guys, again, you see, like you're going from this turmoil, from this darkness into light, and you're going to actually realize, hey, you know what? All of a sudden, I'm feeling comfortable. So, am I really missing him or her? When this person was in my life, I was like feeling sad and had anxiety and I couldn't sleep. I was like torn with these problems. But now I'm just realizing that this is actually much better on my own. I kind of like can go in this direction, like just kind of like really trusting myself. Because maybe it's going to be a conversation that you're going to have where you might get a closure, but not in a way you expect. You might get a closure through somebody who is just trying to steamroll you through the process. It's going to be one of those things, oh, you are doing this to me, and because of you I did that, because of you I had to cheat, you chased me away. That might be the truth. And just because somebody said that, and just because that's the truth, doesn't mean that's the whole picture. Because like this, you did it to me, I did it back to you. This can keep on going forever. And I think that's going to be that perspective that you're going to kind of be able to really see and accumulate. This is a karmic card. It's kind of like he needed something from you in this life. And when you have these karmic cards showing up, there are only 4 in this entire deck, and you can see how thick is this deck, 78 cards. That means that one person or the other, most likely them, wrote you in their Akashic records, in their charts. You can check me out. I do this karmic reading. You totally know what you wrote, because we write our own thing. So just like you go on vacation, hey, I like this and I want to do that, I want to do that. We write it and we want to do it, except when you go on vacation, you can change your mind anytime. When you write this in karma, you got to do it. And this person wrote you in, which means that you have been living previously in the past lives. And it also means that there was interaction that maybe needed to finish. Usually it's always kind of like the opposite. In one life, the person who harms you, you harmed in a past life, or something wasn't finished. So that's why it's always good to check this karma. So again, you have 2 more 4s over here, both reversed. This person is very unstable, I have to tell you, and this person was really destabilizing you entirely. Like everything had to be special for this person. They were avoiding problems. You could never kind of like reach this clearance that, oh, we are in the clear, we actually are not stumbling over this, we are going in a new direction. And you're going to actually realize the value of actually not having this person in your life. And I know, because you're starting with this all the way down on the bottom, it kind of like feels like how to climb from this hole. So from this darkness, you're going to go feeling lonely and feeling a loss. And it's normal part of the process. But you know what, guys? To your credit, when you probably hear what this person has to tell you, or you might even start putting things together, because that can also mean aha moment, when you kind of like really say, oh, wait a minute, it's just like hitting me now, like I'm in, right? And you guys have this amazing detail-oriented kind of like ability and to see this perspective, and oh boy, you're going to see it. You're totally going to see it. You're going to call you to come back to your own body. You'll succeed in that, and you'll really actually for a while enjoy yourself and being on your own, enjoying on your own, because this person is all over the place and they will try to stabilize, but they still want. So this woman is in for a ride, and sometimes we feel we lost to another person, but I'm going to tell you, she is not winning anything, and neither did you, and you are the first one who managed to get it. So you know what, pat yourself on the shoulder. You escaped, you dodged that bullet. My dear Virgo, not the best thing, because you wanted to hear me saying he's coming back, she's coming back, instead I'm telling this. But again, this is a general reading. If you want yours, check me for my X special. It is still on the special. And also your comments are very valuable, and like sometimes I manage to reply in the comment as well, as long as like not individual situation, because I really can't without a private reading. And until the next time, guys, I hope you're going to visit my Instagram and my Facebook. And Twin Flames are coming next week, because there was definite connection over here. So my dear Virgo, if you're still here and you haven't subscribed, I appreciate you see this button here, just click subscribe, and I really hope to see you with me on the live readings as well. So until the next week, I would love to hear what you have to say about this, guys. This is kind of like really, really, really important. Like you see, it's like the soulmate you wrote in, but it's a karmic soulmate. So this had to happen. Something had to happen. You have given this partner a parting gift. And that was the whole reason over here for this. For this, you have earned karmic points, and they only equalize the karma, so just keep that in perspective. Thanks so much, beautiful Virgos, and I'll talk to you soon. I love you.